almost there. Things I have to figure out is how to disconnect these linkages. There's a couple of them. I don't really know what they do, but I don't know how they come off either. So I got one for the transfer case, right there, which comes up to this pivot right here, and then goes into the cab right there. So that hooks up to the lever, I'm guessing. There's this guy right here, which I don't know. I think this is the throttle valve connection, maybe? I don't know. There's a hose that goes up there and keeps going that way. So that might not make as much sense as I thought it did. It looks like it goes right next to the brakes. There's a wire or two, which I'll have to check and see how they disconnect. On the left side, we've got the oil cooler lines. Supposedly these quick disconnects, you just pull on the little clips and pull out. So you would squeeze these guys like this, and you would just pull straight out. But I might need some tools because it's dirty. There's another one right here as well. There's the transmission dipstick tube, which I don't know if it separates right there or not. It kind of looks like it does. I would guess it just pulls out of itself. There's a wiring harness right here. I don't know if you can see anything about how that disconnects, because I don't know. Okay, so both quick disconnect lines are disconnected rather quickly. It wasn't too difficult. I just used a pair of pliers. I used these guys, I opened it up to help squeeze that, and I used my other hand to just pull it out. You might have to twist it a little bit to get it in the right spot. Oops. So I guess that's not empty yet. But they just pull out. Ta-da! Okay, quick disconnects disconnected. And on the ground. Alright. Exhaust bracket that goes to the manifold. It's disconnected, it's just two bolts and nuts. I took it off and put it on not that long ago, so they came out pretty easy. But if you're having trouble, usually the bolts at the top are going to be welded or pressed into place, so the only thing that will come off, if it decides to come off, is going to be those nuts. So, WD or PB and power tools. Those are your friend. So, exhaust is disconnected. There's really not that much left. I just got to figure out what's going on with the power cables and linkages, because I have no idea how they're supposed to come off correctly, and I don't want to mess up adjustments or anything. But this is like one of the final steps right here, is getting these linkages off so that we can disconnect everything and pull it down. So I'll let you know what I find out. But exhaust. More progress. This guy, it's just a ball thing. You can just pop it right out. I used a I used pliers as leverage to pop this forward and out. And it looks like it just held on there with two brackets, because I don't want to take it out of that shock mount thing. So I'll remove these bracket, or the bolts that hold that bracket on, and hopefully that'll be out of the way. So it'll be another one down. They look like they're 13 mils. Alright, after a quick analysis of how tight those bolts were on, I decided we'll try something else. That maybe the bracket should move and instead the cable should pop out. And I was right. There's a little push pin here and on the other side. So you push them in and slide it up, and then take this and pop it out through the side right there. So whatever this guy is now fully disconnected from the transmission. So that's one down, and another, I don't know how many to go. Okay, I'll be back.
I'm gonna do this and slide it off. Maybe we'll do it that way.
got that disconnected. That just pulls out. Took those bolts out, but now what?
I just started off and run it into that hole over there.
In other news, we got the speedometer cable off, whatever else he did.
Oh, that's this little thing here.
Yeah, it's a vacuum line.
No, it's not, is it?
Yeah.
Are they vacuum lines?
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh, I like that.
And speedometer cable. More shit.
Thin screwdriver.
Yeah, see if I can find one. That's gotta come off. Got all that shit out there.
Took all this off.
Ugh. So here's the empty box, and here's what I got. Transmission jack, yeah. Comes with a chain and one of these and some of these, and I guess they fit on there like that. Yeah.
I'm just breaking it.
So this came out. That's what this looks like. That's heavy. So that's the mount. The transmission hasn't fallen on us yet, so I guess the jack is doing something. Yeah, that broke off because it didn't come off. So oh well. Yeah.
Yeah, that feels like snot.
So exhaust is welded together, and we're taking it apart and stuff. Yeah. There was a shitty hanger right there that I unbolted, and there was another hanger in the back that we had to pry out. That was fun. So now I'm gonna drag this whole pipe over the rear axle to take it out.
I like men.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna cut Mr. Super Duper weld job so we can get this fucking thing out of here. Yeah.
Gotta hear that.
Okay, now we're gonna take this out.
It felt not
good. Weld it. We'll make it a one piece. Okay, current setup. We got this jack and some brick and some wood under oil pan. We got this jack hooked up to transmission and tilted, cocked, correctly fired. And for safety measures, we got this jack stand sitting on the transfer case because it's awkward side. Alright, so here's progress so far. That bolt's the only bolt that won't come off. If you look up top, there is an E12 on that side, and there's one on the other side, right there. And they both came out really easy. Like, it was retarded how easy they came out. So far, that's the only bolt left holding the transmission to the engine from what I know. And it won't come out. And this stuff isn't working. So maybe I'll be, yeah. If you know what I mean. Okay, I got it out. I used some brake clean to clean up the area. Used some WD-40 as lube. And impact gun wasn't the way to go this time. This time, I actually used the half inch, and it extends pretty far. So it's basically a breaker bar, and I broke it loose pretty easy, and then the impact took it right out. So, from what I'm aware of, there's no more bolts holding the bell housing to the engine, so they should slide. Current progress. My dad helped me get this bracket off that was sitting here, so I can see these wires now. And there's two more sensors or whatever. Looks like that's held on with a bolt, and that one is held on with a bolt or two. So I'm going to try and disconnect those and see what happens. This cable right here, when you pull on it, it's still connected. But in order to disconnect that, you have to take the oil pan off because it's held in some kind of like pivoting thing. So I'd have to take the pan off, and to take the pan off, I'd have to take the transmission jack off. I have jack stands holding up the transfer case, So, I don't know. I'll see what's going on, unless I can pull it out from the other end, like from the engine side. But that should be everything on the driver's side. On the passenger side, it's just this guy. That's the neutral safety switch, from what I understand. I took the adjustment bolt out at the top. I'm not sure how the adjustment works, and I took the nut off that, but this still won't come off. So maybe I'll follow the cable and just disconnect the cable from the engine side, because I've seen a lot of people do that. Near the water cooler and the transmission dipstick. These two connectors. And then you also have these, which I'm pretty sure go to the transfer case. But disconnecting these two, if you notice, they go into the same line. These are the two on the driver's side, I think. So you just pop these off and disconnect them, and then just pull the wires out with the transmission, and that'll make it a lot easier. Because I don't know how those things come out or what they're even called, but they don't want to seem to come out. So I'm going to disconnect these two, and I'll let you know how that turns out. Okay. Back underneath, these two cables right here should come down. I had a zip tie that was holding them against a tube, but they should be free now. Alright, there we are, disconnected.
And I'm getting the power washer for Saturday, and we're fucking power washing every little square inch of this thing. It's going to look so brand new.
Alright, yep, the final step was actually the dipstick tube. We had to get that out. A lot of WD-40 and some creative thinking. So once that's out, this thing can lower. So, there we go. Yay, we're almost there. Once that comes off, we'll be able to see our problem child. So we're gonna drag this fucking thing out. Yay. Oh.